What's good, guys? Welcome back to FSG Football Siganga. Live streaming right now on Twitch and YouTube. Just me and Luke again. Um, crazy week of football. Once again, very good week. There's a lot to talk about. We're just gonna talk about the matches, the past matches. We're gonna talk about the UCL. We're gonna do match ratings for the Spurs game, the Man U Spurs game. And then we'll do some predictions, like these UCL predictions, and then the league predictions for the weekend. So there's a lot to talk about. Let's get right into it. No wasting time. Um, First match, let's talk about City 1, Newcastle 1. That was a crazy one. I didn't wake up in time for that game, so I don't have much to say, but that result's huge for everybody contending for the league. So what do you have to say?
Yeah, I didn't get up either. I saw the second half. It looked pretty even, but I'd say I think I've been saying I think Newcastle's kind of underrated. Like, they have good players. I think they're the
I'd be
best team in
hating on
Europe.
Newcastle. Because they just lost to some
They lost to
trash.
Fulham, which is like bad.
Oh,
Like you're not
Fulham
supposed
is
to lose
doing
to
good though.
Fulham. Yeah, weirdly enough, they lost Paulinho. They're doing good, but no, I think Newcastle are very underrated. I mean, Eddie Howe's doing a great job taking them to the Europe. Um, had a off season, but that happens when you're trying to progress a club. I think with Man City, Rodri's a big miss, so like it's hard for them to play their style. And I think what Eddie Howe did, what I really give him credit for, is that he saw Holland scoring goals for fun. So what does he do? Plays a little deeper, tells his center backs, "Hey, mark this guy. Make sure he doesn't get away from you." And for the most part, Newcastle did a pretty good job. I think Newcastle will take that point because it's against City,
They will.
and
Hmm,
I think
that's huge for them.
Arsenal will be loving that draw. They'll love it.
And Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool too.
Yeah, that was.
Liverpool will.
I thought I didn't wake up, but I thought it was gonna be easy for City, like a 3-1, 2-0, something easy. But to draw versus City, that's huge for them. I think they're sitting fifth right now. They look like they got a style. They just got to stay consistent. I I'm not a Newcastle supporter. I kind of hate on them. I don't think they're as good as they look, but they're proving me wrong, so I can't hate. And for City, this is Rodri is a huge miss. Like he's one of the best midfielders, not if not the best in the world at the moment.
Yeah,
Um, that might change their season, bro.
it could. I mean, when you
Who's gonna be
sorry to cut
playing
you
in
off,
this
but like
position?
I think it's Kovacic right now.
Okay.
I've heard they want a midfielder in January, so they might do that. But they didn't have Isak for that game, Newcastle. So we gotta
He didn't
mention that
play,
too. Nah, I didn't see him in the second half.
and
I don't think he
they
played that
still
game.
drew. Damn,
And I think Botman is like one of
it's
their best
crazy though.
defenders. He's not there either.
Why is nobody
Yeah, I
talking about
know.
this game? Like City
It's
drew,
probably
dropped
like
points, and no one's talking about it.
I think that's just what City do, right? Like they always start kind of slow, and then when we get to like March, that's when they really turn it on.
They
I
do
also
start
think
slow.
St. James's Park is like a really tough place to go. Arsenal went there. I think they lost. I don't think Liverpool really win there. City drove.
We
Like,
lost
it's a
there,
really tough place.
but then we beat
Yeah,
them at home
Chelsea.
last year.
Yeah, it's a tough place to play. And we even saw it in Champions League. They smashed PSG. So yeah,
And they're only
I
playing
think
one game a week. They got
I think they'll
ninth.
get Europe. I honestly think they can get Europe again. I don't know about UCL, but I think they're really good.
I think
They
they'll
have a
get
really good
probably
chance to get
six,
Europa.
5,
Yeah, they could get
6.
Europa League because they
Yeah.
have good players too.
But yeah, it was a big match. All right, moving on. Let's talk about Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. This one was a close one. Don't let the score fool you. You have anything to say on this?
I didn't really see the game, so I
Hmm.
can't really say much. It looks like Arsenal took the lead early on. They um they look like they were in cruise control. I guess Leicester came back 2-2.
They came back, and then
Yeah,
they
they
finished
did.
it off in the 90.
I'm just looking at the stats. I mean, Arsenal had 75% possession, 35 shots, 16 on target. So they must have really had control of this game. I mean, stats don't say everything, but when you have stats like that, you should win the game. You're at home. You're playing probably one of the worst teams in the league. My one concern with Arsenal would be you're 2-0 up. You let it go to 2-2.
That's
Should
not
never
good.
really give should never
Hmm.
really let teams get a chance to take points off you at home. But overall, it's another 3 points, and it's a big 3 points, I'd say, because City dropped points.
They're sitting second, right?
I think
Or third?
so. They are
Second, right? No, third.
third. Well, they're
Okay.
tied with City for
Tied
points.
second. Yeah.
Tied second, yeah.
Um. Yeah, I wasn't watching the game because it was same time as our game, but I saw the score. Well, I was watching. They were winning 2-0, and they sold 2-2, and I thought they would be a draw. I was so happy, but then of course last minute, like Arsenal, man, they're looking good, bro. Like it's gonna be the third year in a row where they're gonna be up there again, and they've lost players.
Like it.
Like Odegaard's injured.
Yeah,
Havertz is stepping up. He's stepping up, bro.
he is. Yeah.
If he
Those goals.
they might hold out till January to get a true striker, but yeah, he's getting his goals. Their defense is rock solid. They got a great defense, man. I know they slept up, but they got it done in the end. Yeah, typical Arsenal start. Like this was expected for them to win. Um, moving on. Liverpool 2, Wolves 1. It's another comfortable win for the most part.
Yeah, it looks pretty comfortable for them. Wolves look like a team that's gonna go down, honestly. I didn't think they would, but it looks like they are because they don't
Are
really
they
have
18th?
something like that, yeah. They haven't won a game the last 4 weeks, so it's not good. But yeah, I think Liverpool, yeah, it's a win they needed to just stay in the title race. You don't want to drop points to Wolves.
They're on top, first place.
They are top of the league. So Slot's doing something right now.
Dang, bro, for Liverpool, I really thought losing Klopp was gonna be a heavy hitter, but it looks like the team's rejuvenated and like it's a fresh start, and they look happy.
Well, he left it in a good place because they brought in new midfielders. They have good back line, good goalkeeper, good forwards. So he just really needed a good coach to come in and get the performances that they needed. I think you gotta credit Slot for how he's turned
I'll give
Gravenberch
it to
into
them,
this
yeah.
great player. I mean, I never saw Gravenberch like this, and he's just balling out. I guess United didn't get the right Ajax players because he came from Ajax. Ajax to Bayern, Bayern to Liverpool. So yeah, gotta credit him on that.
I don't know, man. I knew they were gonna be top four. I had them top four, but I did not have them starting off 6 game. Like we're 6 games in, their first place. Like
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna take
they really hit
time.
the ground running.
Yeah, they hit it running. Like nothing happened. They didn't sign nobody except one player.
That's
New
it. And
coach.
he
I
hasn't
thought it
really
was gonna
played
be a
much.
rough start. Yeah, and he's not really playing. Um, I don't know though. The thing about Liverpool though, they get some injuries. I'm predicting for them to take a heavy hit. They don't have no depth. Like, let's say, let's say, let's say McAllister and Salah get injured. Who are they gonna bring on?
Yeah, but you could say that for most teams. Like with
Most
Arsenal,
teams,
let's
but
say they lose Rice and
they're
Saka.
another one.
And
Yeah, they don't have depth. But I feel
the
like
games
for
are coming fast
Li-
now
Liverpool
because
always get
there's games
injured.
every few days. Yeah, they don't have
They're,
that luck, Liverpool, when it comes to injuries.
hmm
When did they play Madrid?
But
But yeah, just looking at their schedule, they have a lot of tough games coming up. So
I know we play them at international break, right?
October 20th, yeah, after the break, they got
hmm
Bologna tomorrow at Anfield. Bologna's a decent side, but I think Liverpool will get it done at
They
home. And
should
then
have
Palace
that.
away. Palace away, kind of tough. Palace is a decent team too. But I could see them getting two more wins before the break.
Yeah, I see them. Yeah, we'll talk about their predictions later. But yeah, Liverpool's starting strong, but I feel like if they get some injuries, that might mess up their season once again. But yeah, moving on to my team. Blues, great week. Chelsea 4, Brighton 2. Do you have anything to say on this match?
I actually watched that game because like I really like watching Brighton. I just love the way they play football. I think they were too naive this game. I think to just go into Stamford Bridge and try and play your
They were
style,
playing
I
like
think
they're
that's a
up the
little,
whole game, bro.
yeah, I mean, it was kind of frustrating. I get it, like that's the way you want to play, but like you have to like when you go to these big teams, you have to take a step down. Like you can't play this ridiculous high line when Chelsea got Nico Jackson, Madueke, Sancho. Like it's just really crazy. I think Sancho once again had a really good game for Chelsea. Really, really making it hard for United fans to do a hate watch.
It's
Um,
3 games, three
but
assists.
yeah, he's doing crazy. But I think we just got to talk about Cole Palmer. I mean, that guy is elite. He is elite, and I think he's
It's insane.
making Pep really regret letting him go. I mean, 4 goals and a half is just crazy. And he scored every kind of goal. He scored a pen, free kick, open play. The guy's unreal. Like he's just unreal. And
They were saying it was
I
Palmer
think
versus Sanchez. Oh my gosh, bro.
he's really unreal. And I think Maresca's really gotten the best out of him in that number 10 position. Because I think him playing on the right last year, he was good. But this year, I think he's really going off. And yeah, I
He
think
could have had
he's
five.
definitely
He
the
could have had
difference.
5 or 6.
Yeah, he could have had more. I think, but he's just that player. Like you give him some opportunities, he'll score the goals. But yeah, I think it was another good win for Chelsea, and Maresca has
You
really
had
gotten
us
them
winning,
playing good.
right?
Uh,
I think you did. I think you said 2-1.
either I either had you a winning or a draw, because I do like Brighton. I'm on the Brighton hype train, so
Yeah, I respect Brighton. For me, as a Chelsea fan, Palmer. Just starting off with Palmer. Wow, what a player, bro. For us to just buy him 40 mil, nobody thought anything of it. And he's making this Chelsea team his team. This is his team. If he hasn't made that clear since last year, this is his team. Like, he's our main man. You can always count. Even when he has a quiet game, a dead game, he finds a way to make an impact. I'm like, do you have bad games? Do you have games under 5 ratings? Like, he doesn't put in a bad game. I'm still waiting for one, like, where he's just trash. I haven't seen a game since he's played where he was trash. Like, um, but yeah, moving on from Palmer because it's not much to say. Everybody knows the team as a whole played pretty good. I had us winning. I had 3-2. He was 4-2, so it was close. Bro, defense, man. They need to get it together. Like, we can't have our attack. Like, he scored a hat trick, right? And then they score right back. Are y'all about to sell his hat trick? Are you kidding me? It's not just the defense. That was on Sanchez too. Sanchez, this was his first really bad game this season, by the way. Like
Yeah,
he was
he was
terrible.
at fault for the first or second goal, I
Versus
think.
West Ham, he was brilliant, but for this game, he was terrible. But the defense, like, we need to because Sanchez, he's not the best keeper, so we need to make him feel comfortable, make him feel secure. Sometimes, like um, protect him, not make everything up to him. Like there's too many times where they're just running through the defense, making a pass, but they're not getting it off the last shot.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, the attack. I have no complaints for attack because if somebody has a quiet game like Madueke, he had a pretty quiet game. We could just sub him off, bring Nato or Zhao on. Like, there's no problem there. I'm not worried about the attack this year. The midfield played pretty good. Caicedo was It was Enzo was really good though. I think this was
it was
Enzo's
good.
best game so far. Um, but yeah, bro, I predicted us top four. I'm loving the football I'm seeing right now. I'll say this again. This little 5-6 game streak we've been on clears any potch ball I've seen last year. Clears it. Like this attack is just fluid. I don't know why they try to play a high line. The game could have been closer
That's
to.
just how Herzeller. That's how he wants to play. He's German, and all Germans like to play high line.
Yeah,
But
but we're good at
piggybacking
exposing
on
high lines.
your defense thing, I think you guys do need to step it up because Brighton had some injuries. Like there was no
They didn't have
Joao
Poro.
Pedro. Yeah, Joao
Uh,
Pedro. He's
Pedro.
like the best attacker they got. There's a player they signed from Mainz, Gruda. He's a winger. He's injured. And Adugra, I think I'm saying his name right. I don't know. Adilgra. He's injured too. So Brighton were kind of a little handicapped and also
Yeah, I
missing
was happy when I didn't see Pedro.
yeah, and also missing Van Heck. He's by far Brighton's best center back. So seeing Webster out there making mistakes, that's gonna happen.
Dunk is pretty
But
good.
who?
Lewis Dunk, center back. He was pretty
Yeah,
good.
no, Dunk's good, but I think Van Heck has been the best one for Brighton this season.
Hmm.
But Dunk is good, but Webster screwed up. But yeah, if when you play the tougher teams, that defense gotta sort it out
It's trying to
because
sort it out.
I
We
don't know.
can't go
I
back
like
and forth with
I like
goals.
Colwill, but Fofana, I think Fofana's a little shaky for me.
Yeah, Fofana be shaky at times, but we have Tolson, and the games he's came on, he's played pretty well.
I think
Um,
I think you guys should play Colwill and Tosin. That should be the
I
duo.
think that should be the duo.
And then you have
But
Gusto and Cucurella, so
yeah, the fullbacks those are the main men. Um, but yeah, man, uh, it feels good to be a Chelsea fan again because last season, just watching
it's
the year
been rough.
before, just watching us, I'm like, oh, we're playing today. I wasn't excited to watch that shit, but dude, I'm so excited every time we play, and I love what Marescas came in and what he's done. So yeah, um, this feels good. Feels good. Palmer's the go. Moving on to the main event, the match everybody has been waiting for. Man U 0, Spurs 3. We will be doing match ratings for this one, so we'll talk about it. Then we'll do the match ratings. Your thoughts?
Embarrassing is the word I think I'd use. I mean, to just collapse, just basically capitulate after 3 minutes, I think is really crazy. Like the first goal they scored, I think that's just. the whole team not being ready for the game. And that's kind of crazy to me how you're not ready for a top six clash. I mean, United's goal is to get top four, and one of your rivals is Tottenham. So for you to not be ready for that game, it's kind of weird for me. I think Rashford losing the ball carelessly, that started everything. The midfield didn't want to get the ball. De Ligt was late, and then Dallo didn't track the runner for the first goal. I think overall Tottenham just was a way better team, and whether regardless United went down to 10 man, 11 man, Tottenham were always gonna win the game. It was
They
just
lose
by
that
how
game.
much.
I think the red was harsh, but Bruno's not
It was
changing that
harsh.
game.
It was
He's
harsh,
been
but
awful this season. He's been
yeah, no,
terrible.
he. I actually think United played better when he went off because they actually were more structured and created some opportunities. But overall, man, I mean to spend all this money, bring in top players, and you're still playing bad, I think it's just on the wall at this point. And I've been saying it. Ten Hag is not gonna make it to Christmas, and
He's
here we
not.
are.
We all predicted that he's not.
It's
He's
true.
getting sacked. I think even if he picks it up versus these bottom teams, he'll still get exposed by the good ones, so he's not going to make
I,
it.
I mean, they go to Portugal next to play Porto. That's not easy. Then they play Aston
They
Villa.
play Villa. They're gonna drop
So
points again. They're not beating Villa.
honestly,
They're
honestly, I don't
out
think it matters
away.
anymore. I just think they're just gonna wait for the international break and then they'll fire him. That's what I think they'll do, regardless what happens. I think it's just done.
They just look like a mess, bro. They've been terrible. 2 wins, 1 draw, 3 games. 3 losses. We've played 6 games, and their season looks like it's over. I don't see them getting top four. They're already like 6, 8, 7 points off fourth,
They
like
they
eight or
still gotta
nine off
stick to him.
8 or 9 off first. And like your season's done. They gotta play for Europa, fifth, sixth spot. They've been terrible. Like there wasn't a player yesterday where you could say, "Oh man, you who had a good game." Like they
No,
just look
they
dysfunctional. Ten Hag doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. He just makes random subs, makes random lineups. His game management's terrible. But on the other hand, for Spurs, dude, Spurs, that was a great match. Like from minute 1 to 90, because Spurs have started off the season kind of shaky too. Um, but yeah, man, to do that at Old Trafford, the way they won, good for Johnson, man, to get his goal because he's been getting bantered. Um, Solanke getting his, and bro, Van de Ven, that was a nice run for a
yeah,
defender,
that was
man.
crazy. That was crazy.
Nice assist. I don't know where Man U go from here because they sack. Let's say they sack Ten Hag. Who do they get? Southgate. That's terrible. That's not
Potentially
changing
Thomas
much.
Tuchel.
Tuchel rejected them though the first
That is
time.
true,
They
but
might go back in for him.
the
That would
problem
be the
is
right
with
pick, but I do not want them to get Tuchel, bro. Please, Tuchel, don't say
the
Man
problem is
U.
with the thing is with Tuchel, right? Some of these players and United, I don't think Tuchel likes. Like Tuchel had a problem with Maserati and De Ligt, and
Yeah,
now
he
they're
didn't.
both at United. So it's kind of weird. I don't think Tuchel would like Martinez, if I'm honest.
He
And
doesn't want the job.
yeah, he probably wouldn't want the job. And if you bring in Southgate, then
It's the
you're
same.
just you're not
You're just
serious.
you're just playing defense for 90 minutes and hoping for one or
Pretty
two
much.
goals a game.
And if you never really backed Ten Hag and you were just planning on bringing Southgate anywhere, why did you buy his players? Like, why did you get Xerxes for? If you're not gonna back Ten Hag, why did you get De Ligt? Like, what if Southgate comes in and says, "I don't like these guys"? then you have to buy a bunch of new players. You have this, bro. I'm looking at their team. Most of their team is Dutch or played in the Dutch league. So if Southgate comes in, he's gonna want Prem players. So then these Dutch ballers are gonna have to go somewhere else. It's a mess,
They're a
honestly.
mess. They're terrible.
Yeah, I
Manchester.
mean, I've actually seen that Eddie Howe's been linked to United, and I rate Eddie Howe. I think he's a good manager, but I don't know if he could
There's
change what's happening at United right
if you're
now.
a coach and you see, do you want to go there? You're gonna
I mean,
get
honestly,
bantered
he's a
every week by the crazy Man U fans who switch up like Trey. One week he likes you, one week he doesn't. You got players who aren't good enough, and that you're gonna have to work around. And then
the
you have the Ineos. They're terrible. They don't know what they're doing.
the
There's
thing is, right? They do the same thing every time. Like a new coach comes in, they play great, they have a good year or
they play
whatever.
good at first.
Yeah, and then the second year they just fall off. Like I was listening to Goldrich talk about it. He said he noticed it when Ole Solskjaer got the job. They were playing great, they were doing great. Once they gave Solskjaer a real contract, his first game against Everton, they got smashed and they down tooled. And it was the same with Ragnick. When he came in, they didn't play for him. And then with Ten Hag, I think he had a good first season. And then the second year, I think Rashford fell off crazy. Bruno Fernandes fell off.
He got saved by that
Um,
cup.
yeah, I mean, shout out to
They don't
Ten
win
for
that
keeping
cup.
Ten Hag in the job. Shout out to
They don't
Pep.
win that cup. I don't think he's here right now.
I mean, he shouldn't be here right now. Forget the cup, bro. This is Man United. This is supposed to be one of the biggest teams in the world. Like, let's take my club for instance. Let's say Tuchel finished eighth in the league, got grouped in the Champions League, but won us the cup. You think we would have kept him? No way. Like, let's say Company does that. We're not gonna keep Company. So, and the same goes for Real Madrid, Barca, all the big
Po-
teams.
Poch got us six. They got him out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not
Like
terrible, but
Tuchel got us third and went to the semifinals, and we got him out. Like that's just big club standard. So for United fans to be praising it, it really shows how far they've fallen. I mean, they should have gotten rid of him before the cup. Like they almost lost to Coventry before the final. They came eighth in the league. They got grouped in the Champions League. You lose to Bayern, okay, that's fair enough. The other two teams you should not be losing to. No
they
way.
got one win in that group.
That's crazy, man. And it's because Onana saved the penalty in the last minute. That's how they got their win. Yeah, man. I don't know.
Mm,
I crazy he's still in the job, to be honest.
he's done. They lose these next two. He's
Uh,
done
he,
for
he's
sure.
already he's already done.
I,
It's just how much
we
worse
were
is it gonna get?
like we. If you're not a Man U fan, you knew he's not good. They needed to get rid of him, but there was Man U fans who wanted him. So this is what y'all deal with. Don't be like, oh, Ten Hag. No, you backed this guy. You got his players. Y'all gave him all excuses under the sun. Keep him. Go ahead. I hope he finishes out the year. But let's go into our match ratings. Let me share my screen.
Are we gonna go back and forth like we did the
Do you
league
want
and
to go
then?
back and forth, or do you want to do a team and team?
It's up to you.
Um, yeah, let's go back and forth, starting with the keepers. You can go first with Vicario.
Um, didn't really have to do much. I thought he was good that game. I give him like a.
He had some. He didn't have to do much.
He didn't really do much, but he kept a clean sheet at Old Trafford. I rate that, so I'll give him a 7.
Yeah. For me, Onana, he wasn't terrible. There wasn't much he could do. Like, And he made a couple of saves. Like he saved Werner. He saved I think a Solanke shot. Like
Yeah.
he made some saves. It could have been worse. But bro, learn how to move your feet. Why does every time he concedes a goal, he's standing still? Okay, you concede, right? At least make a diving effort. Move. He's just frozen every time he. I don't know if you noticed that, but every time he lets a goal pass, he's standing still. I'm like, what are you doing? But he couldn't do much this game. He was just getting battered. I give him a 5 or 6. Yeah. Okay. Starting with the right back, Poro.
I thought Poro had a pretty good game.
He did
He
have a good
went up
game.
and down the field pretty good. Going forward, he's one of the best in the Prem. I give him a 7, 7.5.
Mm-hmm. Mazraoui. I think
Oh,
this might have been his. This one might have been his worst game in a Man U shirt. You think so
yeah, I
far?
think so. I
He
think so.
wasn't good. He he's been better in last game in their past games, but this game he was just getting beat. He looked lost. 3-2.
Yeah,
uh,
that was good.
Romero.
Thought Romero was alright. Didn't really do anything
He didn't do much.
crazy. I give him like a 6. That was good. That's it.
Delict. For me, Delict. He didn't have a great game, but out of the defense, I think he was the best defender. He looked
Probably.
like he, huh?
Yeah, probably. I'd say
Like he
he
wasn't.
looked like the only one that cared, to be honest.
Yes, like the only one that tried to stop the goals. Like he he was isolated, so I'll give him a 5. He could have done better for
Mm.
the Kulusevski goal to clear that. I know it
Yeah,
ricocheted, but unlucky.
I feel bad for Delict, honestly. I really feel for him.
Man to man.
Bro, oh my God, he was so good. That assist, man. He just ran through everybody. I honestly think he's one of the best defenders in the Prem. Like
I think that was a
he's
10
so good, so good.
for a defender. That
Pro
was
I probably give him 9, 9.5.
yeah, that was a great performance. Martinez, yeah, Martinez looked lost yesterday. Like, I don't know if it's just the team have been crap, so he's been kind of crap. Because I rate Martinez, but yesterday he was terrible. I'll give him a 2, I think. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, he wasn't really there. He was kind of losing his head.
Yeah. Your doggy.
I think he got injured at halftime, so he didn't do much. I thought he was good in the first half. Give him like a 6.
Mm-hmm. Download. Bro, this man Dallo is garbage. This man is trash, bro. He sucks. I don't know how he won Player of the Year for them last year. That says a lot about your club, Manchester United fans. But this guy is terrible. Like he doesn't do anything. He can't go forward. He can't defend. Like what is he there for? Like um, I give him a 2. He was terrible. Uh, Kulusevski.
Bro, he was really good. Like I think Postecoglou's found where he plays best as that right midfielder. He was creating everything. Like he would everyone people were gonna say Van de Ven, bro. I'm gonna give him a 10. Like he was just so good, bro. Like he scored a goal. He created almost everything Tottenham created. Like he's just shining right now. I give him a 10.
That was really good. Bro, the one thing I noticed about their lineup, they didn't play a DM. They didn't play
Yeah,
Basuma or Sar. That's how you know Ange didn't respect Man U. He didn't feel the need to play a DM. Like what?
no, he didn't.
It's just an 8 and 2 10s. Like, bro, like Manu sucks, bro. Manu is. To be honest, I didn't even know he played yesterday or on Sunday.
Yeah, he played. Yeah,
He was quiet. He hasn't been that good recently. 3 or 4. Not much to say. Bentancur.
yeah. I thought he had a really good game as well. Um,
Their whole mid had a good
dominated.
game.
Yeah, dominated the midfield to be honest, just by himself because Kulu and Madison was going higher up. I give him 7.5. He had a really good game today.
Yeah.
Whenever.
Um, I'm gonna do Bruno. Bruno, it was harsh that red. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it was a red personally, but bro, even if he didn't get the red, he was terrible. Like this guy has
Yeah,
been terrible for the start of the season, and this is your captain, bro. Like
yeah,
this,
that's
all he does
bad,
is
bro.
whine and complain. Like, um, he just loses the ball. He just be kicking it. Like you're supposed to be the captain. Like, what are we doing here? I give him a I give him a 1.
Yeah,
Um,
that's.
Madison.
I thought Madison stepped up today. Like I've been kind of one of his. I don't want to say critics, but I want him to play well, and I haven't recently been seeing what I want to see. He played well to against United. He played really well. He created opportunities. He also was drawed in the foul from Bruno to get sent off. He was just getting fouled like in United plays. That tells you how good he was. I'll give him an 8, 8.5.
Yeah. Ugarte. He looked terrible too, bro. Like, I don't know. That's probably why Enrique got rid of him. I don't think he's that good. I don't know much about him personally, but from what I've seen, that was pretty bad. Um, I give him a 3. Uh, Johnson.
We gotta give a round of applause to Johnson. Ever since he deactivated his Insta, he's got 4 goals in 4 games. Like he's just having a great time. Unlucky to not have two because he hit the post as well. He just has that kind of shot locked in where they're like angled from the right hand side, just shoots it into the bottom corner. He's really stepped it up. He looks really good. I'll give him an 8 because he's the one that started everything.
Yeah, he was really good, and he wanted more too. Like,
Yeah.
um, Garnacho. Decent. He has to do better. I'm not gonna lie, but like he's not getting service. Like,
That's the problem.
um, I feel like Garnacho kind of needs service to like exceed. But he had a couple of chances. I think this is the best rating so far. I've given a 5. I'll give him a 5. Um,
Yeah.
Solanke, striker.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Solanke did enough. I still think he's trying to find his feet at Tottenham. He got a goal, poacher's goal. I respect it. Goal in Old Trafford. That'll definitely get your confidence up. I'll give him like a 6.5 because I don't think he really did much. I thought the midfield and defense were way better than the forward line, but he got a goal, so you gotta respect it.
Yeah, if you grab your goal as a striker, that's all you need to do. Um, but yeah, I agree. He wasn't the best, but he got his goal. Zerksky. From what I've seen, it's another Nico Jackson from early last year. He can't finish. He needs to go to practice and just shoot. Um, his link up play is decent, but if you guys are hating on Jackson, I want to see the same hate for Xerxes. That's what I want to see. I'll give him a 3. He didn't get much service, but it is what it is. 3. And then Timo.
We're talking about guys that need to work on their finishing. Like, bro, honestly, if I'm the Spurs coach, I'm bringing him over to the side, and I'm saying, after training, we're gonna get the keeper. You're gonna have 100 shots from all over the field. You need to learn how to finish, bro. Like when you're one on one with Onana, you need to score, bro. You need to. He was one on one twice, and he missed both of them. I think he was good, other than the one on ones. I'll give him a. I'll give him. I don't want to give him a 6 because that's what I give Romero. I'll give him a 5.5 because he needs to finish. Because if he
Yeah, I think he
finishes, it's
was.
5 or 6,
I think he was their worst player, right?
probably. Yeah.
Yeah, like he did everything right except finish, and he was kind of the same way at Chelsea. Like he needs to just go shoot, bro.
Like what
Some
he's
play,
trying to he's trying to just like pass it in the goal.
yeah.
He should just like shoot it, just bang it in, because you need to get your confidence up. A goal at Old Trafford would have definitely done him some good.
Um, Rashford, yeah, dude, Rashford, hmm, not the same man, bro. There's chances in this game where the old Rashford would have put it on his back and finished and made this game closer than it was. This guy is just falling off a cliff, bro. I don't know what's happened to him. If it's Ten Hag, I think he needs to go to a new club if he wants to. He needs a new scenery. Go to PSG and cook up in that weak league and get some goals and get your confidence back up. Maybe you can play for England again. But yeah, he's been terrible. I'll give him a 3, I guess. Like,
We just gotta say one more thing, like no Sonny,
yeah,
no
no
Son,
Son.
and they still comfortable as ever. If Sonny played that game, it's 5, it's 6. Like
Yeah, if it was
it's
Son instead of
embarrassing.
Timo, it's like 5 or
Yeah,
6.
bro, it was just. So you
Let's
guys are
do the
kind of
coach.
lucky.
Let's do the managers. You can start off with,
Ange,
yeah.
this is probably Ange's best game. Like
This
one
was
of
his
his
best
best
game
games
so
for
far.
sure with Tottenham. Just in general, I think it's one of his best games with Tottenham. I'll give him. I really like the lineup, to be honest. If he had Son, he would have gotten like 6 or 7. So I'll give him a 9. He
I
had such a
liked
great game.
I liked that he had balls to go into Old Trafford and not play DM, not play backline football, like to attack them, and that's what they did. I like that. For Ten
Ange,
Hag,
he doesn't care.
Ten Hag was terrible, bro. This guy is terrible. I think I'm about to give him the worst rating. I think he gets a 1. Like
Yeah, that's
he has
probably
no
fair.
tactics. He doesn't know what lineup he's gonna play every week. His game management's trash. And he just sits there on the sideline looking confused and gets up every once in a while. Like, come on,
He'll just
bro.
be standing there like a statue, honestly. Like, what looking for us?
He writes in his notepad, sub on Anthony,
Sub on.
89th minute. Like, what are you writing, bro? You're not writing nothing. But
It's
yeah,
crazy that they spent 100 mil on Anthony and they don't even use him
they
now.
don't even play. He don't even get 5 minutes.
Hang on,
But
to
yeah,
end it off, right? He kept Anthony and let Sancho go. That's that's just
crazy, terrible. But yeah, that was a crazy week for Prem. Top 4 sitting right now is Liverpool, Arsenal, City, and Chelsea. So yeah, we'll talk about the predictions later. Let's go to La Liga. Real won, Atleti won. You have anything to say on this match?
um I'm not sure if I called the draw, but I definitely said Atletico was gonna
I
get
think you
something from
did.
this game.
I think you did.
I'm
I
not,
think.
I don't want to give myself credit if I
I
didn't, but
think.
I definitely had Atletico getting something. I just Real Madrid for some reason whenever they go there, they don't win. It's always like a draw or it's or they lose. It was a really crazy game. I think the first half was very dull. It was just kind of like a more of a chess game between Carlo Ancelotti and Diego Simeone. Second half was crazy. I mean, Militao scored a great goal. It was a banger. Nothing Oblak could really do about that. And then like I don't know if you saw it, but like the Atletico fans were like throwing stuff at Courtois. It was like lighters,
They were doing their
trash.
racist chants again, right?
Yeah, someone even apparently threw a bag of waste at Courtois.
Bro.
So so it was like they had to postpone the game for the time, and then they decided to continue to play. But Atletico got equalizer. A few things I want to say, like bro, Vinicius, you need to stop this whole like chanting thing, like this raging thing to the Atletico players. People get in his head too easy. And it's a shame because when he plays, I honestly think he's the best player in the world when he plays his game. But like, bro, whatever those Atletico players are telling you, don't tell them, don't talk back. Just keep it cool and calm. Like Mudryk had to come in and say, Vinny, calm down. Because that's what Atletico are trying to do. They're trying to get you sent off. But another thing, bro, Simeone, you need to stop this, bro. You need to stop this whole
It
defend
works.
until you're down and then attack.
It works.
Just attack. No, they could have won. They should have
He gets
won.
draws.
He needs to get dubs. They spent so much money. They spent like 80 million on Julian Alvarez. They spent money on Slorlov. They spent money on Gallagher. You spent money on El Normad. But like you're still doing the same stuff. Bro, attack people and you'll get results. And then the third thing, I think we need to give credit to Militao. Honestly, dude. Like he looks a lot better.
He stepped up now.
He's stepping up and
For me, like,
yeah.
I don't. Where's the banter for Madrid, bro? Like, they don't. These guys lose a game, they draw a game, and nobody cares. Like, can they just? We lose. If like Chelsea lose, we get bantered. Man, you lose, they get bantered. Like, where's the same energy for Madrid? Like, where's the Mbappe banter, Bellingham banter? I'm just saying, like, and it's same with Madrid fans. They like lose or draw, they don't care. I know they have the heritage. I know they win, but still, bro. But yeah, I think the draw is better for Atletico than it is Madrid because Barca's doing great in the league. They need to pick it up. They need to pick it up. That's going to be kind of sad if Mbappe goes there his first year and he's not a league winner.
That would be
Um,
crazy.
yeah, but I used to mess with Madrid, not as much no more. So it is what it is. But yeah, I have a hot take. Ever since Bellingham's played in the Euros, he's not been the same. I don't know what's going on. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, he looks kind of not the same. But to be fair to him, he did have to come into a new league, new team, biggest team, and he
yeah,
stepped up. So
he, he did his
I,
thing. So I'm just saying. But yeah,
yeah,
about
I get
Vinny,
the same.
Vinny, I'm with you. Like when he's on his game, just playing his, he's one of the best. But if he's not on it, and if you get into his head, he looks terrible. And we see that for Brazil all the time. Like, I don't know. That's going to be our Ballon d'Or winner. We'll see. Moving on. Osasuna 4, Barca 2. Bad result for Barca this week. Hansi Flick's first
Yeah,
loss in the league, right?
Yeah, and to be honest, Fleek always has these like weird losses. Even with us, like we lost to Hoffenheim like a few years ago, 4-1, and it was just like a really weird loss. He has these kind of losses, so Barca fans expected another weird loss like this down the road, but it was bound to happen at some point. I mean, you're not gonna win every game in La Liga. I think he heavily rotated the team, so that's
Yeah, that's
why.
what Obina said. Obina said, "Bro, just play the same team and you'll get good results." He tried something different.
I can get why he's rotating it because when you look at their squad, you don't want to risk Yamal. You don't. Pedri is kind
They're
of
getting
injury
ready
prone, so
for
you don't want to.
UCL, right?
Yeah. Also, yeah, you want to win your UCL game since you lost the last one. So yeah, I mean, I kind of get it, but wasn't a good game. Weirdly enough, the player that scored and assisted against them, Brian Zaragoza, plays for Bayern. We just loaned him out to Osasuna to get game time, and he turned up against Barcelona. I don't know what that's about.
No, that's good. Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he's been balling in La Liga, so that's a good thing when he comes back next year. He can bring some confidence. But yeah, looking at the Barca squad, they just have like a bunch of kids with Lewandowski and
Yeah,
Coach
he
Kubo.
rotated it. He didn't
Yeah,
start the main
so
team.
yeah, I wouldn't really be too worried to be
But I feel
honest.
like he need. I don't think they're gonna win UCL. So he just should
No.
focus on that league, bro. Just kill it, and that's Barca's thing. They love that La Liga. So, moving on. Bayern won, Leverkusen won. How did you feel about that match?
We should
It's
have
not
won that
terrible for
game, bro.
company. Not terrible.
No, no, not terrible at all. But we should have won that game, bro. I mean, we after the game, Xabi Alonso said it himself. We were lucky to get a point at the Allianz Arena. Like, company has brought something that I don't think Tuchel really had. He's brought this fear factor back, where the defending champions are coming to our home and they just want to get a point. Leverkusen had two shots the whole game. Like that's crazy to me. We dominated the possession. We created the opportunities. The problem was Kane wasn't there that game. Olise kind of went quiet. Gnabry hit the post and the bar, so unlucky from him. Their goal came from a corner, which we gave up. We gave away stupidly. But then Pavlovic, bro, I might sound crazy when I say this. I'm getting Tony Kroos vibes from this dude, bro. That he's that good. Like he's so good on the ball. He's really good on the ball. That he had a crazy goal, and I think that's why company's playing him over Paulinho because him and Kimmich complement each other so well. Very frustrating not to get the 3 points because we haven't beaten Xabi Alonso yet, so that's always a thing. But yeah, overall, I felt it was a great performance. He's really got us. Company's really got us playing well. You got to give him his flowers. And if we keep playing like this and we keep getting results, he could be the real deal. I think he could be the real deal. Keeps going like this.
Yeah, that was. He's been doing better than I expected, bro. It's
Oh,
crazy.
he's doing way better than I expected.
I know he was at Burnley, but they were terrible. I know you don't have nobody at Burnley, but like,
The one thing I was always hearing was that like Prem fans were saying with our players, he would do a lot better. And I was thinking like maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So far, that is the case. Like we're playing a lot better. Like he's got Kim Min Jae playing like he was at Napoli, which is great. Upamecano looks up way more confident with himself. Davies looks back. Kimmich looks like a monster, and Jamal and Olise are cooking up front. So Yeah, everything's looking great for him. He just needs to get the results, and he'll be fine.
All right, moving on. PSG 3, Rams 1. I didn't watch the game. I don't know what much. I don't have much to say. You didn't watch either, right?
No, I didn't. Just another standard win for them, I
Another
guess.
standard win. I think these guys should. I said it last week. Do the undefeated, get some PR. Maybe people might start respecting you.
They ain't gonna
Do,
get no PR. They need to do something in
if they go
UCL.
undefeated, if they hit a Leverkusen, you don't think
Yeah,
so?
but like Juventus went undefeated in Serie A, and no one talks about that.
I'll talk. If they
Like,
go undefeated,
let
I'll give it to them.
if we go undefeated in our league, no one's really gonna talk about it like that because they're just gonna be like, oh, it's Bayern. They win the league every year. They finally did it undefeated. Like if PSG win that league undefeated, and let's be honest, with the players you have, the manager you have, compared to the rest of the teams, you really shouldn't lose a game. Like you will lose games because
They
you
shouldn't
just
though.
have off days. But you compare your squad to everyone else's, it's not a contest. Like you should
The
win every
the
game.
second best squad is what Greenwood, Aubameyang, and
Like Marseille's or Monaco's, something like that.
yeah, they have Aubameyang, Greenwood, and
Why is
hmm,
Brest is 13th in the league? Seriously?
fucking ruined my parlay, but I won't talk about that. Uh, you're
I told
right.
you not to trust Salzburg, bro. I
I
knew they
looked
would
at the
lose.
league. I looked at the league tables, bro. That's what I did. Because I don't watch either of them, and I know they're in a worse league. But
Yeah.
okay, that's moving on from the club play, league play. Let's talk about this UCL today. It's UCL. Hold on. Good, good UCL games today. Let's start off with. Let's start off with the main event. Arsenal PSG. What do you have to say on that?
Yeah, I think that was very comfortable for Arsenal, to be honest. I mean, these dudes, they didn't really look like they got out of second gear. They're just kind of there, moving the ball around. They put pressure on PSG, who I think Enrique got it wrong again. Like, you have to play a striker. Like, you can't go into the Emirates playing this false nine thing and think it's gonna work. Um, Havertz scored a
But
great
they don't
goal.
have. They didn't. Their
They have
strikers.
they have Cole
Ramos is
Muani.
injured.
Yeah, they had Cole Muani, but he benched him. He played Kangan Lee, who isn't a striker. He's like more of a midfielder.
Yeah,
So I thought Havertz did really good to get his goal. I thought Trossard, what a ball. I mean, he's a very underrated player,
really
Trossard.
good goal.
Yeah. Um, I think Donnarumma was bad. I mean, you should get off your line sooner. Read that. The second goal, I mean, I don't know whether to praise Saka or just go on PSG's defense because
I think that was more PSG than Saka brilliance. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I mean,
Because
a
that's an
goal
easy
like that
clear.
really it shouldn't happen, to be honest. A goal like that.
Hmm.
I think I think Arsenal's defense, as always, was solid. They didn't let
Solid
much chances
defense.
happen. The midfield was good. I thought Rice and Party complement each other nicely. Martinelli and Saka were really good. Saka, I thought, was causing a lot of problems down that side. And PSG, man, I mean, this is where you get tested.
It just looks like a young team. It just looks like boys. Like they don't look like they're ready. They don't have main
Yeah,
mans.
it looks
Who's their main man
honestly, I
on
feel
that
like
team? Dembele, who's unserious? Come on now.
yeah, Enrique left
He
him out anyway.
he left him out. They had a argument. Like that's your veteran.
Looking at the team, it does look like it's in a bit of a transition. I think that's just the level PSG's at right now. I think they can keep the ball, maybe create some opportunities, but this is the second game in Europe they haven't looked good. So I think, and like they got some problems ahead of themselves because they have some big teams coming up in UCL. They play us.
Barca,
They play
Barca
City.
and y'all.
I think they play Atletico too.
Mm.
So yeah, it'll be really tough for them.
Yeah, for me, as an outsider, we don't watch League One games. So if you want to impress us, do it in the UCL. Do it versus a Prem team, a top four Prem team. Show us something versus Arsenal, because there's PSG fans out there that think they have the best team. Let's see it. You go into Emirates and it looks terrible. It looked like I can't name their best chance. Like Arsenal weren't even that nice. Like they were beatable. They just looked like a 8 out of 10 team, but it looked like that's all they needed to do to beat PSG. They didn't have to be 10 out of 10. Like they were passing the ball around them like it was boys versus men. That was that match. And PSG, man, they just need to get some players for me. They need to go get a striker. Um, their mid is. They need to go get a goalie. I don't like Donnarumma. I don't think he's that good. And
I think
their
they need another
defense,
winger too.
yeah,
They could use another
they
winger.
just don't look ready. They don't look ready. And yeah, I know they have that great. They haven't lost a game in the league yet. They're undefeated, but that doesn't mean nothing in the UCL, especially when you're playing these prem teams. And there's a Christian in particular. He doesn't rate prem teams, but why can't you beat him? We know he doesn't rate Arsenal. Like we know there's PSG fans out there that don't rate this team, but you couldn't get it done. So I need a little pipe down, please. Calm, calm. But yeah, boys versus men first for me. I had Arsenal winning comfortably. I had 3-1, 2-0, close enough. But yeah, um, we can talk about Barca if you want. They shut that
Uh,
team out. Young boys 5-0.
yeah, I'll give some credit to Fleek. I still really like Fleek. I try and keep track of what he does. Look like a comfortable win. I didn't
Yeah.
watch it, but yeah, you're expected to beat those kind of teams.
Leverkusen won 1-0. Milan,
Yeah,
man.
they beat. I knew
Yeah.
they'd win in Germany. Leverkusen are not gonna lose a game in Germany in the UCL. Unless, I mean, in the groups. I mean, when we get
Leverkusen's
to
really
knockouts,
like
we'll
that.
see. Yeah, I thought
And they lost
they.
players, right?
No, they haven't lost anybody. They
Oh,
kept all their players.
they kept their whole team
They
basically.
kept everybody. Yeah. Um, I mean, shout out Florian Wirtz, man. Dude doesn't get talked about enough. Two Man of the Match awards in the UCL in 2 games. Like he's just that good. He creates everything for that team. His
Boniface is nice
passing is
too.
great. Boniface is a very underrated striker. He's very good as well. He scored, I think, 2 or 3 times. They were taken off by VAR. Frimpong's
They
nice.
just have a
Ronaldo's
good team.
nice.
That's crazy.
They have a really great team. Granit Xhaka's just
I think that I
really
think it's
good.
gonna be you versus them in the league. I don't think Dortmund's
Yeah,
gonna do
it's
anything.
just us. Dortmund are
But I
too
wish
inconsistent.
Dortmund. I want to see Dortmund do good. I like Dortmund, but they had a
Problem with
great win
Dort,
today. Adeyemi hat
yeah,
trick, but
but that's the thing with Dortmund. They're so inconsistent. One day they'll score
one
seven,
day
the
they'll be
other
nice. One
day,
day they're trash.
yeah, that's Dortmund right now.
But yeah, there's the other games are just Man City blew that team out. What else? Inter Milan blew the one team out. There's not much to talk about. Just
Dortmund blew
expected.
out Celtic.
Yeah. Let's see our predictions for tomorrow, though, and then we'll do league predictions after. We should be wrapping it up. The big. Let's talk about the match. Leipzig versus Juventus. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it'll be a tough game.
The biggest
It's in
match
Germany.
tomorrow is y'all's.
Yeah, we play tomorrow too. Um, I think
I
Leipzig's a
think
good team.
Juve got that right.
I go for a draw, to be honest. I think because it's
Okay.
in Germany, I think I'll give Leipzig a point.
Okay.
I'm gonna say like
Well,
1-1.
Liverpool.
Yeah, I've mentioned it. I like Bologna. They play some good football, but that's how I feel.
Liverpool.
They'll win that.
Liverpool's got
Yeah,
that.
they
Real.
got that.
Leo.
They'll win it. Oh, it's against Lille?
Yeah.
I did say
I think
Lille
they
might
still got
upset
it.
them. Yeah.
Not in the UCL though. This is their bread and
I
butter.
mean, Real, for some reason, Real in the groups, they always have this weird result.
They always come like first or second sometimes.
Yeah, no, they'll definitely get top eight, but for some reason, there's like the one game they play, they just lose, and it's weird. It might be Lille in France. It could be Lille, but I think Real will win.
And then oh, Benfica Atletico. That's a good one.
That's a good game. Um, I'll go Atletico. I think Atletico will win.
Yeah, same. And then y'all and Villa tomorrow.
That's a tough one. That's a real tough one.
Dude, I don't
I'm gonna
know.
I'm gonna keep it
Because
short. I'm
Villa
gonna
did
say
just draw to
2.
Ipswich. They just
Yeah,
drew
that's
to
fine.
Ipswich, bro.
I'm gonna say 2-1 to us. I think we get a dub in
I'm
England.
gonna say 2-1 too. Yeah, that's gonna be a good game. Um,
Yep.
all right, that was UCL. Let's go into these matches. Uh, we play Ghent on Thursday, but I don't give a fuck.
Conference League.
uh, yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. Liverpool play Palace on the weekend, first game.
That's
That's
a
a good
tough
one.
one.
That's a tough
It's
one.
tough.
Palace are home.
I could see Liverpool dropping points, honestly.
I
I'll
could see it
go
too.
I'll go with a draw.
I'm gonna go draw too, 1-1. They need that dub though. They need to keep
They
first.
do. In the
Um,
title race.
Man City play Fulham. That's a good one. Fulham are doing well.
That's a good game for them playing good. There's, I don't see City dropping points the third time in a row. I think City will win that game. It's at the Etihad as well.
I'm gonna say 2-1. City. Arsenal play
That's a good one.
Southampton. That should be easy. It should
That's
be
like a
like
4-0.
a 4-1, 4-0, 3-1.
It's a 4-0.
Um, mm, Moving on to La Liga for Saturday. Real play Villarreal.
That's a good game. That's a good game. Villarreal always bring a game. I'll go Real Madrid win because they dropped points last week, so they'll probably pick it up this week.
Okay. Yeah, same with me. Same with me. Um, and then moving on to Sunday, we play Forest. Forest have been good. They started off good. I think they're top 7 right now. I think
Yeah, they've been doing good so far.
good
Hudson
start.
Odoi been good. Alenga.
We're home now.
I'll go with a Chelsea win. I'll go 3-1.
Mm, I I want to keep a clean sheet. I want to see a clean sheet. Like I don't want no messy goals. I want my defense to lock in. I just want the offense to chill. Like they don't have to be fighting for a goal like we did Brighton. Like um, I'm gonna say 2-0 Chelsea. And Man U play Villa on the
Um,
weekend.
yeah, that's gonna be a tough game for United. I think Villa. I think Villa will win that game kind of comfortably.
If they lose again, he's out, right?
Like I said, I think he's already out, but Yeah,
Even if he
I
wins
don't
these
see how
next
they
two.
beat. Yeah,
Let's
I
say
don't see
let's
how
say
they
he
beat
wins these
Villa.
next two 3-0 each game. You still think he's out?
Yeah, because like he's done too much damage. Too much has already happened for him to save United.
I don't
So I
know though
think Villa will win
because
comfortably.
the Man U fans and the Ineos are just reactionary. If he does good, if he gets these two wins, they'll just be like, "Oh, is he back? Let's give him another chance after break." But I think he should be out no matter what. But yeah, I don't see them winning this game. I don't know how they will score. Oh wait, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna
I'll go
say
3-0.
2-1, 2-1. They might get a
Yeah, I won't be
goal
that
somehow.
close. I won't.
You know, Spurs and Liverpool have scored more at Old Trafford than them.
Yeah, I saw that.
They have 5 goals, bro. It's
Apparently,
terrible.
Brahim Diaz has scored more goals at Old Trafford this year.
What?
Yeah, he's got 2 goals at Old Trafford this year. Brahim Diaz.
Okay, bro. Sad.
No, Luis
Brighton
Diaz, not
Spurs.
Brahim. Luis Diaz.
Um, Brighton Spurs.
That's a good game.
That's a good win. I mean, that's a good
That's
game.
pretty
And
good.
Brighton are home. I have a draw.
Oh, I'm gonna give it to Brighton.
I
I'll
have
say
2-2.
2-1 Brighton.
2-2.
So 2-1 Brighton.
Y'all play Frankfurt. Are they doing good?
Yeah, they're doing pretty
Are
good,
they doing the
Frankfurt.
Frankfurt thing?
They're second in the league,
What?
Frankfurt. Yeah, they
Okay,
only have
that's the
one
Frankfurt
loss.
I know. I like Frankfurt.
They've lost once to Dortmund, so you can't really blame them for that. It's a tough away ground to go to, Frankfurt. I think we'll win. It's always close. I'll say 3-2 for us, because it's always close with Frankfurt. Not always close, actually.
I'm gonna
But,
say 1-1 draw because
yeah,
y'all are away.
can't drop
Um,
points again, though.
Barca play Alaves. That should be easy.
That should be easy 3
2-0.
points for them.
Yeah. Sociedad play Atletico.
Ooh,
Sociedad have been bad though. It's not the Sociedad of last season.
that's true. Where is it? Is it in Madrid?
Sociedad.
Sociedad caused problems. Like, they hit the post 3 times against Madrid, I think. Real Madrid. I'll go like 2-1 Atletico.
Okay. Yeah, same with me. Um, and then PSG play Nice. I'm gonna go on a well known. I'm gonna say PSG go undefeated in this league. I'm gonna say they go undefeated. So
Yeah, they'll probably win that game too.
yeah,
2-0 PSG.
I didn't miss any games, right? Is that everything?
No,
Yeah, that was everything. So it's been a great week of football. Big games tomorrow, and then on to the weekend. So thank you guys for tuning in. Good episode. Palmer go FSG out. Let's see if I can end it this time.
struggled last time.